When battling depression, mornings can be difficult and waking up can feel like the hardest part of the day. For Vincent Van Sol, everyday activities, such as hanging out with friends, are no longer of interest to him. Angry outbursts and frustration get in the way of things that used to make him happy. Slowed thinking and difficulty concentrating can make even small tasks seem impossible for Vincent. Lack of sleep and proper nutrition can lead to issues in solving even the simplest of questions. For Vincent, poor performance in school leaves him with feelings of worthlessness and self-blame. Vincent Van Sol was feeling lost and alone. He felt like he had nowhere to turn. When going to turn off the TV after his 6th hour of watching it alone, he stumbles upon a commercial that catches his attention. Are you feeling lost? Hopeless? Well, a groundbreaking new drug called Duloxetine may be able to help.
Duloxetine is a serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor, also known as an SNRI. SNRIs are a type of antidepressant drugs whose primary role is to treat anxiety disorders, depression, obsessive-compulsive disorder, and chronic pain. Duloxetine treats all of these diseases with the exception of OCD. Due to its versatility, duloxetine has various FDA-approved medical uses. Concerning depression and anxiety, this drug primarily targets major depressive disorder, but can also treat generalized anxiety disorder.
Serotonin and norepinephrine levels have been implicated as playing a role in alteration of nearly every behavior, including appetitive, emotional, motor, cognitive, and autonomic, either directly or indirectly. Regulations of levels of these monoamines is very important in maintaining healthy brain function and mood.
Little nerve cells in the brain, called neurons, communicate with each other through electrical impulses. Small areas between neurons are called the synaptic gaps. Neurotransmitters, composed of amino acids, are released into the synaptic gap where they can be metabolized by enzymes, reach the target neuron, or be brought back into the releasing neuron by a process called reuptake. The mechanism of reuptake is a developing area of research, but it is known that SNRIs directly block the transporters that communicate the release and reuptake of serotonin and norepinephrine. A popular idea is that as serotonin in the gap interacts with the transporter, the neuron slows its release of serotonin into the gap. With an SNRI blocking the transporter, the neurotransmitter cannot interact with it and slow the release, allowing the maximum amount of serotonin into the gap. This is how depression is thought to be treated. More serotonin and norepinephrine available in the synaptic gap.
Duloxetine has several hydrogen bond donors and acceptors that allow it to participate in various biological interactions. Hydrogen bonds are weak dipole-dipole interactions which occur between a hydrogen bond atom and a strongly electronegative atom, such as nitrogen, oxygen, or fluorine. Weak hydrogen bonds can also occur between hydrogen and sulfur. In the duloxetine molecule, there are 3 hydrogen bond acceptors and 1 hydrogen bond donor. The sulfur and oxygen have lone pairs of electrons that they can share with a hydrogen atom, making them hydrogen bond acceptors. The secondary amine group has a lone pair of electrons and a hydrogen bound to it, which allows it to function both as an acceptor and a donor. The hydrogen donors of duloxetine are seen in blue boxes, and the hydrogen acceptors are circled in red.
Duloxetine's mutated targeted protein is a biogenic amine transporter, otherwise known as BOT. This protein facilitates the reuptake of serotonin and norepinephrine. Duloxetine acts as a competitive inhibitor of both serotonin and norepinephrine. The drug has a strong binding affinity for the transporter proteins of these neurotransmitters and competes for a spot on the active site. Duloxetine accomplishes this through its similar structures to serotonin and norepinephrine. All 3 of these compounds contain cyclic structures in hydrogen bonding functional groups. Duloxetine has several different types of non-covalent interactions with the transporter protein. Hydrophobic interactions are, by far, the most prevalent and are shown by the gray bonds. The connected benzene rings of the drug have van der Waals interactions with alanine 105, proline 101, valine 104, valine 261, tyrosine 21, and tyrosine 108. The thiophene group of duloxetine also has 2 hydrophobic interactions with tyrosine 108 and a pi-pi interaction with phenylalanine 253, shown in orange. The amine group has polar pi interactions with the ring of tyrosine 2, shown in purple, and hydrogen bonds with the carbonyl group on the backbone of tyrosine 21, shown in cyan. After seeing such an informative commercial, Vincent visits his doctor and gets a prescription for duloxetine. With proper dosage, his ginormous appetite is back again. Spot the sock puppet is wagging his tail in excitement that his owner began playing with him again. Dr. Seth is overjoyed his star student is finally back to acing his exams. Vince's friends are finally glad to have him back to his normal, friendly self. Vincent Van Sol has finally taken his first steps in his new life, with a valuable tool to overcome his depression.